like Snake, right? Another resurgent of a character that a lot of people wrote off, and then Hurt just getting crazy results, winning Genesis with Snake. Like, Snake winning Genesis is just a crazy statement overall.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Genesis with Hurt was like I think like the second major since like 2019 that Snake has won. I think Hurt won one other one before that.
The one he beat Sparkle, right?
Yeah. I think it was Battle of BC.
Battle of BC, yeah.
But other than that, like, Snake disappeared from the like absolute top for a decent while, and then Hurt was like, "Hey guys, watch this."
Yeah, well, I mean, we did see a smaller resurgence with AK.
Oh, this is Ant.
Okay.
This is a notorious social media hero player. This is the person who talks, not to slander them at all, this is a compliment. They're the person who says that Hero wins every matchup all the time and is like the best character in the
Optimistic hero name.
So here's your chance to prove it, Ant.
I will say Hero, one of those characters, again, that on the come up with players like Beast Mode Paul, Amkakikisu doing very well with the character, right? Always a good sign when multiple players from different regions doing well, got all the buffs online, and I will say Hero, in terms of what the meta is now today, where some matchups can be a little slower, right? It gives Hero enough time to go ahead and farm up all of these JRPG buffs, right? Go ahead, get all the buffs online, and then I'm down to fight you.
Well, and that actually also works very, very well against some of the higher tier characters in the meta, like especially Steve. Yeah, Steve builds up walls and starts mining. Hero goes, okay, oomph, psych up, accelerado, bounce, now we can fight.
Yes. Yeah, it is interesting, and even like the stage 2 card of the, I believe, is the side special, right? One where
the Zapple, I think is what it's called. It's got a bunch of names.
Yeah. Where you can charge it, but the second charge where it's like a sword move is so good.
It's so disjointed, and it destroys Steve walls. And in this matchup specifically, it's really difficult for Snake to deal with it, because if it hits him while he plucks Grenade, it's going to damage him, and Grenade's going to pop, giving a juggle opportunity. And we're seeing Ant right now getting a little bit of a lead, built 53% up on MVD as extra credit. And we see the in-game tag is zoom, then pops the zoom and lands straight on top of a C4. MVD could not have played that better.
I almost want to say, didn't Ant have bounce? But the bounce might have
C4 is not a projectile.
Oh my.
Yeah, you can't reflect C4.
That is hilarious. Oh, go for zoom? No, okay. Just goes for the up special there.
That spent so much mana, though, to come all the way down with the full charge.
But, I mean, the gamble on zoom is a gamble, right? So just going to go ahead, take the MP hit, go ahead, and now we're a little bit lower on the MP, but MVD definitely at KO %, especially with the any glowing red buff or knockback, just in general. There are two different ones, but you don't have to get super into deep into that. But the forward tilt should do it while glowing red, and just like that, Ant will go ahead and seal out game number 1. Apparently, Hero wins this matchup.
Apparently, Hero does. And I can never tell either which one of the red buffs it is on him, but it didn't matter in that situation. Right. Either one, Oomph or Psych Up, would have killed MVD in the corner at 100%. So, Ant taking game number 1 despite the little mishap with C4. And I do think it's really funny that Bounce is still very good in this matchup because of grenades. The grenade throw and grenade explosion do both get reflected. It's just the C4 explosion doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
But another like next level kind of thing in the Snake side of this matchup, because I've watched a lot of Hurt versus Akakitsu.
Right.
Hurt is very, very good at running up and stickying Akakitsu while he has bounce on, and then it forces AKA to run away.
Oh, dang, hit him with the Hocus Pocus! He's Hocus Pocus! Dang, that kaboom is so... That was a sad kaboom, man.
It just turned into regular boom.
Ant is a real one. The other top Hero players, they ain't down to Hocus Pocus. Ant, though? Yo, Ant is down to Hocus Pocus.
Again, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. You gotta gamble sometimes and see what happens. Because what happens if he got big instead of little?
Yeah, I mean, got the poison mushroom instead of the big mushroom. It'd be what it be.
He's now also glowing a lot right now. I think he has 2 out of 3 of the buffs. But MVD going to do his darndest to make sure that he doesn't get the chance to use them. This time missing out on landing on the C4. MVD up on the platform, but gets the back air out first, and so is going to draw first blood once more in this game.
Yeah, in terms of just evenly matched players, I think this is the closest one we've gotten so far in this block here, and this is only a best of 3, so great down throw, not detonating the grenade there. Accelerado, you see the pressure going to be really good. Does run out of the buff, but Accelerado is going to be really essential at chasing it down Snake. Snake is a very great character when you are able to just double jump into the Cypher, right? You go so high into the air that a lot of characters can't chase you down, and then you have all these P-reverse mix-ups with the grenades coming down.
And something else, too. Ant has gotten Accelerado a lot. Like, Accelerado jumped off, and then he popped down B again and got Accelerado immediately after. He's going to get that psych up.
Not the
and
Accelerado glitch.
What? He knows the input for it.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Okay, in between two grenades. Look at that speed, just getting right out of there. Kaboom also going to clear out a bunch of those grenades. But Kaboom around that 40 MP mark, so another one of those costly ones. Oh,
that was a call out, I think, from Ant coming through there. He was like, you're going to panic and roll through as soon as you dash attack on my shield. And MVD, he's been around longer than that. He knows not to roll behind in those situations.
Yeah, and even fishing for the bounce off stage just to disarm that Nikita, right? Nikita going to be such a great edge guarding tool against Hero because there's no hitbox above Hero, so he can kind of just donk him in the head. But the Zoom going up and over here, and Zoom only costing 6 mana. That is one of the most cost-efficient spells in the game.
That and the fact that you're significantly more likely to get it when you're off stage too.
It's crazy.
Is you can always recover for free. Like, why up B ever? Up B costs more most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. And most Hero players, you usually get 2 to 3 fishes for it. Oh, into the up smash maybe? No, didn't have enough time. Doesn't go for the platform tech chase here either. And we'll see how much more of a lead MVD can go ahead and extend this to. Already 54%. MVD still chilling on 2 stocks.
Able to air dodge back down to the ground though, but MVD is just continuing this pressure. He's obviously recognized that letting Ant have any time to menu is a very, very bad idea. And so he's just like, all right, constant pressure it is, but there's that up B on stage. That's what I was about to talk about a second ago, where up B might not be the best tool in the world off stage. On stage, it's a really good get off me instant move that doesn't cost that much when it's uncharged, but MVD's stuff is free, and so he's going to be able to pop that up air and take that game to bring us to a game 3, our first of the block, Chuck.
Yeah, and the great thing about that up special, it's really important that you mentioned it. We're seeing a lot more mid-range interactions, but that is going to be Hero's main scramble option, right? This get off me tool, out of shield option as well. Especially when there's those platforms, you know, Hero can go right onto the platforms. There's less amount of lag since he's landing on something that's a bit higher, and sometimes you can even get confirms or just set up these frame chat scenarios.
Look at Icon and Yeast and everybody else doing the YMCA dance in the left corner there. They're getting hyped up for this final game of the set. We're going to run it to Kalos, and I think this is like a mutually assured destruction thing from both of these characters.
Both these characters are great on
They
stage.
love Kalos, and so they're both like, all right, let's see if I'm better than you on this stage.
Down to Kalos here, and you know, I just realized Ant's tag going to be his favorite spell.
Yeah.
Does that increase the chances a little bit more too?
It might. We have to do some law of large numbers study to figure it out, but he doesn't get it!
Oh,
Charles!
I'm so sorry.
No!
Oh, dang, oh my god. I'm sorry, right when I mentioned it, he fished for it twice.
And it did not appear in his hour of need. And just like that, MVD is going to convert not just that first stock loss, but into so much more damage right after the fact. He is completely lapped and in percent. Catches him with the grenade pop off F smash straight into the up air, and another stock is down.
Oh man, this is painful. This hurts. And you know what? Everything just started from the hocus pocus, man. Ever since the poison mushroom, man hasn't been playing the same.
That minimize just ruined everything. It's a really good move in Dragon Quest, by the way. It's just not good in Smash. It makes enemy moves like way more likely to miss, and so it's like it's actually
kind of does that in Smash.
Yeah, it does make them more likely to miss, but we do get a crit.
All right, 2 more of those, and that's a wrap.
Just gotta crit him like 6 more times, maybe get a thwack in there, and also get back to stage with a zoom, which he does.
Oh, but again, the bounce, not bouncing that one. The C4 explosion on the platform. MVD going to close out that game 3. Man, I mean, I think MVD did a really good job of taking the momentum from the first stock, converting it into the second stock, and even tried to end that second stock with that forward smash. You could tell MVD was feeling himself on that second stock.
Oh, that's that old school, like especially Brawl Snake mentality there too, right. Of like, oh,
big reads.
You have given me an inroads, and now I'm going to sprint the rest of the way down the course because you made a mistake, and I'm going to make you pay for it.
Right, and there's certain moves in Smash. I don't even know how to explain it, where they just kind of take the wind out of your sails, right? Like they just take out all of your motivation. Snake forward smash, snake forward air, definitely going to be some of those moves, right? MVD tried to go ahead and almost get like the mental shield break there with the forward smash. Still was able to close out that game 3, but great job again, capitalizing on that momentum from that first stock. And yeah, I mean, just wasn't able to get the zoom. I think Ant's still playing that fairly well. That third game was a bit rough. And that it really came down to that second game, I feel like.
And I think that's obviously the biggest difference between like the top and high echelon and those players who are right on the verge.